Welcome. This is Recidiva. I'm sharing a recording of a casual Skyrim playthrough using a mod list I built. My profound thanks to all the mod creators who have made this game a crowdsourced treasure. I hope you enjoy. There's a dragon.
Get to the dragon! Ah!
What? Careful of the dragon. Ah? I don't think I've ever heard that. What the hell? That was self-parody? Dark dragon.
You've met your match!
Was that Kaidan? I have never heard of that. It sounded like a bad Arnold Schwarzenegger voice.
Give up! Good riddance.
That was awesome.
One less fucking dragon to terrorize the people of Skyrim. And all thanks to the Dragonborn and the servant ship. Me.
Well, that's new too. Might have been him.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I'm not wearing any of my gear. Oh, wow. Okay, I'm like, why, why does my spell cost so much? Because I haven't been wearing a single thing since leaving. Okay. Well, that answers that.
But
I think those are the steps to becoming a Thane. You do Wolfskull Cave, you then do the favor for Elisif, and then you do, help her people. I don't know how many of her people I've helped so far, but we should be pretty close to Thane and home. Hey, honey. I love that hummingbird. So I went through all of Wolfskull Cave with nothing but a bound bow, huh? Not bad.
It's a fine day with you around.
I've placed the horn at the shrine.
Falk said I could count on you. You have more than earned the right to purchase property and take the next step to becoming a Thane. Speak to Falk when you have
I
the
don't
funds.
have a good body
and
slide
thank you.
on this dress. Have to fix it. Okay.
Be well. Pray for solitude.
She's actually really nice. And gets abused for it. I don't know how effective she could be, but... yeah,
I can
it's
never quite picture
4
myself
a.m.
living in a stuffy castle. Simple living is more appealing to me.
Yeah. Okay, so let's do the Bard quest. Huh. No, I'm sure I got it earlier. Where? It's the, yeah. Hold on. Let me try to find it. Find King. Okay, tending the flames. There we go. I know this quest pretty well too, so I shouldn't get lost here.
I'm in no mood for this fuck. Oi! Arsehole!
Okay, that's much better.
And you fuck right off. You will fall to our blades!
Mercy!
Shit! I've had worse. I swear to fuck. You're dead! Strike them down first. Oblivion, take you! You're not gonna like how this ends.
Oh,
Victory
there's more?
or Sovngarde! You bastard!
Alright. It's just a bad place to port into, folks. Oh look, another dragon. Yeah, are we doing this now? Where did you land? Did you land? There you are. There's another dragon behind this one. job, Anbar. You're awesome.
I'm looking forward to see that sun rising.
Me too. It's always beautiful. And it says my archaeology increased to 50. You get a new point every 10. Every 5 levels, so I should be able to buy a new perk. Yep. So these sometimes their new perks provides a power that allows the caster to move unabated amongst the undead. I'm probably not going to use a lot of these skills, but why not? One more point, and I've pretty much got all the stuff. At least the stuff that my mods don't already cover, like carrying capacity. So we're following the ghost of the bard that wrote the Poetic Edda.
You are glowing, my love.
Yeah, it's my bow. We're hunting Olaf.
How the fuck am I supposed to draw my sword folded over like this? One of these days I'm gonna cut something off myself, I swear.
Yeah, we jump in. There's spiders down here. Right.
I learned a trick with drawing a bowstring that lets the arrow go further. Next time we camp, I'll hold you. Wait, shit. Help.
I forget his name. I forget the bard's name right now, but Olaf will say it at the end here. Oh, I hit all of them. Good job. My new mod list is at 255 plugins, PSPs, Which means I might have to start weeding out old stuff for new stuff. This poison monitor might be one of the first things to go. I'm not sure I'm doing poison again.
It's so dark here. Watch out for traps. I do not want to be dragged out of your remains.
There also isn't much new that I'm really dying to try. I think I've got my new list pretty much where I want it to be. I don't really have any major projects. I keep thinking I'm going to do a grass cache for Dindalod, but the problem there is that I use seasons, and that is so insanely complicated. Not only is it insanely complicated to do a grass cache, but it's insanely complicated to do a grass cache for seasons. And I don't quite understand it. So every time I bite the bullet and decide I'm going to do that, I change my mind. So I don't think a grass cache is actually going to be happening. Other than a few circles of snow and circles of spring and summer, I think it's just gotta be okay for me, because when I try to do much more, my started there for a second. My FPS takes a massive hit. So when I try to do it much higher, I end up yeah, it's Svaknir.
Fair
I
warning.
kept thinking Sven.
I'm absolutely shite at this.
King Olaf's verse. O Olaf, our subjugator, the one-eyed betrayer, death-dealing demon and dragon-killing king. Your legend is lies, lurid and false. Yeah, I don't need to read that because it's going to be read to us later by Viamo. And I will be offended because Viamo does not chant or sing, and that voice actor should not
Poor bastard.
try to be a bard.
Locked in here and left to die because of what he wrote. Guess he should have considered the pros and cons first.
Being an artist? Speaking truth to power? Being a rabble-rouser? So you have to go down and get the volume, and then you come back out here, and he opens the door. And then you kill Olaf and Olaf's crew.
I wonder what dark secrets this place truly holds.
Bunch of stinky undead.
That's the verse.
Olaf, it is time.
Bloody words are scratched out.
Oh, so I just... yeah. Kill which parts of Olaf's crew stand up and start fighting. Yeah, Kaidan gets locked out. I could call him, but I'll be fine.
Arise, Olaf. My vengeance is at hand.
You're a fine shot with that bow.
I don't know if there's a pull chain or anything back here. I don't think there is. Oh, all of my... all of my hotkeys are gone again. Yeah, I think he's stuck back there. I could do something about it, but I'm just gonna wait till the game lets him through. Rise, Olaf. Come on. Oh, the bigger ones are coming at me. I think I have to become visible.
Insolent brat, die!
Dead before you can get out of your crypt, man.
Places like this,
It's rough.
silence doesn't feel like silence. It always feels like it's waiting and holding its breath.
Oh, his ghost played the lute for a moment. That's kind of sweet and sad. Yeah, Kaidan. It's open now. Yeah, here he comes. Okay.
Crypts. Because they don't have the guts for a real fight. Get it? Guts. Oh shit,
Okay, when you summon the bow, keep holding it.
Ah, you've returned. How goes the task I gave you?
I found King Olaf's verse.
I have to admit I didn't think it would actually be there. Now, let's take a look at this. Oh. Oh no. This won't do at all. The copy is incomplete. It's aged to the point that parts are unreadable. And the parts that are readable, well,
He's got an
Bardic
unfortunate neck
verse has
gap
come a
too.
long way since ancient times.
I think I've fixed the majority of this on my new list. I apologize for neck gaps. What does that mean?
It means I can't read it to the court. Without the verse, I won't be able to convince Elisif of the importance of the burning of King Olaf festival. If she isn't convinced of the festival's importance, then she won't reverse her decision to stop the effigy burning. It means that the burning of King Olaf, which the Bard's College has held for time immemorial, won't be happening.
Can't we just make up the missing parts of the verse?
Make it up? That doesn't seem
That's
appropriate.
what bards do. We make shit up.
I suppose I could copy his style based on what you brought me, but I have no idea what happened in between these verses.
We can do this. What's the first verse?
Oh, Olaf, our subjugator, the one-eyed betrayer, death-dealing demon and dragon-killing king, your legend is lies, lurid, and false. Your cunning capture of Numenex, a con for the ages. King Olaf was Olaf One-Eye? He famously captured the dragon Numenex and took him to Dragon's Reach. What did we say really happened?
Olaf was Numenex, a dragon in human form.
I find that highly unlikely, but the court will love it. I'm writing it in.
You can use your persuade to say terrible things. Okay, what's next?
Olaf grabbed power by promise and threat. From Falkreath to Winterhold, they fell to their knees. But Solitude stood strong, Skyrim's truest protectors. Olaf's vengeance was instant, inspired, and wicked. Strange. According to history, Solitude attacked Winterhold, but this seemed to be saying Olaf reacted. What do we say happened?
Olaf sacked it in dragon form.
Oh, that is exciting! I'm sure the court and the Jarl will love it. I'm writing it in now.
Is that it?
It has a few final lines, but that's all we needed to add. I need to head to court immediately and present this. You should come.
Early rendition tomorrow, understand? You there. Have you performed your voice exercises today?
I hope this doesn't...
Okay, we need to do some waiting.
I do hope the court likes the verse. I think we've done an excellent job of recreating it.
Are we ready?
I think my voice is ready. I hope we've done this well.
I have to actually stand here and listen to him do this, but boy, Elisif, that
Bunch of
I'm
power
not sure
scavengers
about
from
that
what I've
dress. Doesn't fit you well. We need to do some body slide work on these two guys. I need a drink. I imagine that I'm loudly slurping during this whole thing. This is just the worst.
Ah, Viarmo. I assume
And you
are
can't wait
here
it
to
out.
petition for the
You wait for an
reinstatement
hour
of the
and
burning
he's
of
just
King
still
Olaf
talking and saying the
festival.
exact same thing.
I am Jarl. I wish to present King Olaf's verse from the Poetic Edda.
Okay, I have a kitty on my
Recovered
lap, so
this
I'm
very
just gonna
day
pet
from
my
the Bard's
cat
tomb.
through this whole
You
stupid
mentioned
thing.
something that would convince us the festival should take place, but I didn't expect King
Storm
Olaf's
right,
lost
Bilbo?
verse.
I can never quite picture myself living in a stuffy castle.
Oh, Olaf,
Simple living is more appealing to me.
the one-eyed betrayer, death-dealing demon and dragon-killing king.
Like,
your legend is
The
lies,
line that hits me is
lurid,
a con
and
for
false.
the ages. Like,
Your
that's...
cunning capture of Numenex, a con for the ages.
First off, Numenex sounds like a medication, and a con for the ages is not a
No shouting
medieval
match
term.
between dragon and man, and no fire or fury did this battle entail. Olaf was Numenex in human form, On moonless nights, he would spread wings and sail.
That human flesh you're carrying is starting to stink. Is it potions or dinner?
I'm just gonna stand next to Kaidan and
But
nudge him,
solitude stood strong.
like stand too
Skyrim's
close.
truest
Hold
protectors.
hands, be distracting,
Olaf's vengeance
slurp
was
my stuff
instant,
loudly,
inspired, and wicked.
munch my apple
Because
pie.
solitude would not soon
Slurp my
bend
wine.
knee, Olaf would hurt them while his status accrued. He sacked
Loudly
Winterhold in
excuse myself.
dragon form and bent their minds to blame solitude. So ends the story of Olaf the Liar, a thief and a scoundrel. We of solitude commit to the fire.
Don't put your hand up.
In
Thank you.
solitude, bards train for their service. They also gather each year and burn a king who deserves it.
You have proven your point, Viarmo. The festival is truly a celebration of solitude and a condemnation of false kings.
I thank you, and the college thanks you, Jarl.
Furthermore, I believe that such a fine poem deserves some payment of patronage. The college will be very generously rewarded.
Oh, thank you yet again. I will make sure our applicant, who was instrumental in recovering the poem, will be well rewarded.
Murdering a bunch of Draugr.
Make
burping
sure
in the
that she
background.
is.
Unbelievable! You have done us a great service here. I can't begin to thank you enough.
Does that mean I'm a bard now?
Soon. These things must be done properly. You will be inducted as part of the festival itself. I need you to go speak to Yorn. He was preparing the effigy of King Olaf. Tell him to finish the preparations. The festival is back on!
Yorn the Ever Naked. At least he has undies this time. We have memorized the names of the naked people, and I have changed their clothes in SSE Edit.
You look tired, little dragon. Let's
Yeah, I
take the
am
day off.
tired, and we gotta stay up late to do this effigy thing, and the effigy doesn't even burn properly, and it makes me sad, and need more wine. Yep, see, you've got fine clothes this time, Yorn.
The bard to be. Did Viarmo send you?
Festival is
I'll
back
tell
on.
everyone we're ready, but we'll start the festival at dusk. Come talk to me after dark. We'll get the festival started when you do.
Okay.
You found the Bard's college kitchen. Congratulations.
Okay, I've never heard that. That's awesome.
Meals are served to bards at designated times. Find an inn if you want to make requests.
That's hilarious. What have you got for sale?
Take a look.
Sells food. Yeah, okay. Oh, he sells recipes.
Take a look.
Okay. Good to know.
Until next time.
Pardon me, but I trust you've been working on your poem on the classical heroes of Skyrim, yes?
Must it be written? Poetry is so dull when it isn't set to music.
I'm sure it will be fine. Just don't be late.
Okay, so dusk is in 4 hours?
The bard to be. Did Viarmo send you?
Okay,
Farewell,
it's
stranger.
not quite dusk, apparently.
Stop by again. Time. I'll sing for you.
Festival's back
Great.
on.
Looks like you'll be one of us soon. We'll gather outside the college for the burning of King Olaf.
Okay.
A party, eh? Drinks all round. Let's attend the burning of King Olaf and eat and drink till morning.
It sounds like fun when you say it.
You might as
Stole all
well
your
have
stuff.
some sweets. I made them for the festival, after all.
Thank you. I
Bjorn is the
took
best
them
of the
all.
bunch. You should hear him sing.
I have tried to fix this effigy burning with mods and textures, and it defies me. So we're just gonna pretend it looks amazing, right? Look at Kaidan even taking his place in the circle. It's just, I love his mod. It's just, he's so cool. Thank you again, mod
Welcome,
makers, for
people
little
of
details like that.
solitude. We of the Bards College are pleased to be here to celebrate the burning of King Olaf. The festival would not have been possible without the dedication and hard work of our latest applicant. With the lighting of the effigy, she becomes a full-fledged member of the Bards College.
Oh, that
Please
isn't
welcome
actually so
our
bad
newest
this time.
bard.
Hey, I must have patched members correctly this time. Yep, so there's a different model for the effigy, and then the fire doesn't look so
I
bad.
think they like you.
Go me. Some Bart?
Performed your voice exercises
Yes,
today.
congratulations. You are now a full-fledged
Always.
member of the Bards
Perfection
College.
takes dedication.
Due to your adventurous nature,
well,
several of the
see
college
what you keep
professors
at it.
have some
That is
things
all.
they wish you to do.
Oh, it's got hand
What's
gaps and
more,
neck gaps, and
Elisif
I'm
has
so
declared
sorry.
the burning of King Olaf should become a weekly event. And finally, there's the matter of the patronage that Elisif wanted me to give you.
Okay. So, with that gift of gab, speech skill increases 15% faster. Something good to get it early game, which I didn't do. I bought it all. You guys okay? Everybody okay? Yeah? Yeah, you okay? Yeah? Alright. Start a group. You gonna sing? Are you singing? Cool dress. Okay. Boethia's glory. Look upon the face of Boethia and wonder. Raise your arms that Boethia may look on them and bestow a blessing. Know that battle is a blessing. Know that death is an eventuality. Know that you are dust in the eyes of Boethia. Long is the arm of Boethia and swift is the blade. Deep is the cut and subtle is the poison. Worship, O faithful. Pray your death is short. Worship, O faithful. Pray your death is quiet. Worship, O faithful. Worship the glory that is Boethia. 5 songs of King Wolfharth. Shore's Tongue. The first song of King Wolfharth is ancient, circa 1 E 500. After the defeat of the Alessian army at Glenumbria Moors, where King Hog Mercular was slain, Wulfharth of Atmora was elected by the Pact of Chieftains. His Thum was so powerful that he could not verbally swear into the office, and scribes were used to draw up his oaths. Immediately thereafter, the scribes wrote down the first new law of his reign, a fiery reinstatement of the traditional Nordic pantheon. The edicts were outlawed, their priests put to the stake, and their halls set ablaze. The shadow of King Horgus had ended for a span. For his zealotry, King Wulfharth was called Shore's Tongue and Eastmere, Dragon of the North. Kind's son, the second son of King Wulfharth, glorifies his deeds in the eyes of the old gods. He fights the eastern orcs and shouts their chief into hell. He rebuilds the 418th step of High Hrothgar, which had been damaged by a dragon. When he swallowed a thundercloud to keep his army from catching cold, the Nords called him the Breath of Khan. Old Knocker, the third song of King Wulfharth, tells of his death. Orki, an enemy god, had always tried to ruin the Nords, even in Atmora, where he stole their years away. Seeing the strength of King Wulfharth, Orki summoned the ghost of Alduin Time Eater again. Nearly every Nord was eaten down to 6 years old. Wulfharth pleaded to Shor, the dead chieftain of the gods, to help his people. Shor's own ghost then fought the Time Eater on the spirit plane as he did at the beginning of time. He won, and Orki's folk, the orcs, were ruined. As boy Wulfharth watched the battle in the sky, he learned a new thum. What happens when you shake the dragon just so? He used this new magic to change his people back to normal. In his haste to save so many, though, he shook too many years out of himself. He grew older than the greybeards and died. The flames of his pyre were said to have reached the hearth of Kine itself. The Ash King. The fourth song of King Wulfharth tells of his rebirth. The dwarves and devils of the Eastern Kingdom had started to fight again, and the Nords hoped they might reclaim their ancient holdings there because of it. They planned an attack, and then gave up, knowing that they had no strong king to lead them. Then in walked the devil of Dagoth, who swore he came in peace. Moreover, he told the Nords a wondrous thing. He knew where the heart of Shor was. Long ago, the chief of the gods had been killed by elven giants, and they ripped out Shor's heart and used it as a standard to strike fear into the Nords. This worked until Isgramor shouted some sense, and the Nords fought back again, knowing that they were going to lose eventually. The elven giants hid the heart of Shor so that the Nords might never have their god back. But here was the devil of Dagoth with good news. The dwarves and devils of the Eastern Kingdom had his heart, and this was the reason for their recent unrest. The Nords asked the devil of Dagoth why he might betray his countrymen so, and he said that the devils had betrayed each other since the beginning of time. And this was so, and so the Nords believed them. The tongues sung Shor's ghost into the world again. Shor gathered an army as he did of old, and he sucked in the long-strewn ashes of King Wulfharth and remade him, for he needed a good general. But the devil of Dagoth petitioned to be that general too, and he pointed out his role as the blessed harbinger of this holy war. So Shor had two generals, the Ash King and the devil of Dagoth, and he marched on the eastern kingdoms with all the sons of Skyrim. Red Mountain. The fifth song of King Wulfharth is sad. The survivors of the disaster came back after a red sky. That year is called Sun's Death. The devil of Dagoth had tricked the Nords, for the heart of Shor was not in the eastern kingdoms, and had never been there at all. As soon as Shor's army had got the Red Mountain, all the devils and dwarves fell upon them. Their sorcerers lifted the mountain and threw it into Shor, trapping him underneath Red Mountain until the end of time. They slaughtered the sons of Skyrim, but not before King Wulfharth killed King Dumalkath, the dwarf orc, and doomed his people. Then Vek, the devil, blasted the ash ring into hell, and it was over. Later, Kine lifted the ashes of Ismir into the sky, saving him from hell and showing her sons the color of blood when it is brought by betrayal. And the Nords will never trust another devil again. The secret song of Wulfharth, Ash King. The truth at Red Mountain. The heart of Shor was in Resdayn, as Dagoth Ur had promised. As Shor's army approached the westernmost bank of the inner sea, they stared across at Red Mountain, where the Dwemer armies had gathered. News from the scouts reported that the Chimeri forces had just left Narcissus and that they were taking their time, joining their cousins against the Nords. Dagoth said that the tribunal had betrayed their king's trust, and they sent Dagoth to Lorcan, for that is why they called shore in Resdain, so that the god might wreak vengeance on the dwarves for their hubris, that Nerevar's peace with the Dwemer would be the ruins of the Valathi Way. This was the reason for the slow muster, Dagoth said. The armies grow, and Lorcan, that is what they called shore in Resdain, said, I do not wreak vengeance on the dwarves for their reasons that the tribunal might believe. I do. Nevertheless, it is true that they will die by my hand. Oh, I do not wreak vengeance on the dwarves for the reasons that the tribunal might believe I do. Nevertheless, it is true that they will die by my hand, and any whoever should side with them. This Nerevar is the son of Boethia, one of the strongest Paramaics. He is a hero to his people despite his tribunal, and he shall muster enough that this battle will be harder going still. We will need more than what we have. And so Dagoth who wanted the dwarves as dead as the tribunal did, went to Kogoran and summoned his house Chapdil, his Nyx hounds, his wizards, archers, his stolen men of brass. And the Ash King Wolfharth, hoary Ysmir, went and made peace with the orcs, in spite of all of his Nordic blood, and they brought many warriors, but no wizards at all. Many Nords could not bring themselves to ally with their traditional enemies, even in the face of Red Mountain. They were close to desertion. Then Wolfharth said, Don't you see where you really are? Don't you know who Shore really is? Don't you know what this war is? And they looked from the king to the god, to the devils and orcs, and some knew, really knew, that they are the ones that stayed. The Doom Drum. Nerevar called Keening, a dagger made of the sound of the shadow of the moons. His champions were Dumak Dwarf King, who carried a hammer of divine mass, and Alandro Sul, who was the immortal son of Azura and wore the Wraith Mail. They met Lorcan at the last battle of Red Mountain. Lorcan had his heart again, but he had long been from it, and he needed time. Wolfharth met Sul, but could not strike him, and he fell from grievous wounds, but not before shouting Sul blind. Dagoth met Dumak and slew him, but not before Sunder struck his lord's heart. Nerevar turned away from Lorcan and struck down Dagoth in rage, but he took a mortal wound from Lorcan in turn. But Nerevar feigned the death that was coming early, and so struck Lorcan. With a surprise of his own. On his side. The heart had been made solid by Sunder's turning blow, and Keening could now cut it out. And it was cut out, and Lorcan was defeated, and the whole ordeal was thought over.
Congratulations.
Ellis wasn't so bad after all, was it? Back's hurting a bit. Maybe you'll give me a massage later on.
I love that rubber ducky. I just do. It's not rubber. No, it's a wooden ducky. But it should still float. My favorite hummingbird. Blue Palace is starting to crash when I enter it. Sometimes it doesn't, sometimes it does. I need to remember before I zone. I usually save before I zone, but I've been getting confident. It looks like the mod, I think it's Variety, that I installed for the drinks, puts cups of blue tea around in here, which might not be doing well in a mod sense.
Every person is dishonest who lives upon the labour of others. Makes no difference if they occupy a throne.
It's a fine day with you around.
My Jarl, is there anything else you need?
There is room in my court for a new Thane. It's an honorary title mainly, but there are a few perks someone like you could make use of. However, I could only grant the title to someone who is known throughout my hold, and who owns at least one piece of property in my city. You help my people and purchase a house from my steward, and I'll make you my Thane.
It would be an honor.
Good luck to you.
I love that owns at least
Be
one
well.
piece of property.
Pray
Like it's
for
possible
solitude
for
and
me to own two.
May the gods watch over your battles, friend.
I'd like to purchase a house in the city.
Splendid. There's a house available right now.
I'll take it.
Wonderful. Here is the key to your new home.
Okay, I'm gonna,
Certainly. What did you have in mind?
I'm gonna decorate.
Very. Is there anything else you'd like to purchase?
Oh, I didn't
Anyone
mean to do
with a
that.
stout. Do you have business with the court?
Oh,
I'd
I
be
shouldn't
glad
have
to
bought
help.
those additional
And of
decorations,
course.
but
Now,
I'm not going to spend much
what
time
would you
there.
like to purchase? Very well, I'll... Is there anything else you'd like to purchase? Very... Is there anything else you'd like to purchase? Very... Is there anything else you'd like... Very well. Is there anything else you'd like to... Very well. Is there anything else you'd like... Very... Is there anything else you'd like... Very well, I'll... Is there anything else you'd like to purchase?
Okay. I don't know if I've helped her people enough, but we'll see.
If you have business, please see Falk Firebeard, my steward.
I've helped her people as you asked.
Then by my right as Jarl, I name you Thane of Hafengar. Congratulations. I grant you a personal housecarl to watch over your home, and this weapon from my armory to serve as your badge of office. I'll also notify my guards of your new title. Wouldn't want them to think you're part of the common rabble now.
Okay.
Aye.
Be well. Pray for solitude and my husband.
Do I tell her I met her husband? In Sovngarde? Probably not. Oh, I didn't save again. I am living dangerously. Okay, so that buys you Proudspire Manor.
I swear, if I hear a god say one more time that someone stole your sweet robe,
Okay, this is again the TNF remodels. They look amazing. Yeah, see, I just put a fish tank in the middle of the table, and that's unfortunate. But okay, yeah, don't do that, folks. Don't put fish in the middle of the tables. I shouldn't have bought that. Most of the TNF homes have guides, and I have the one for Breeze Home memorized, but okay, there is usually yeah, Stone of Baron's Eye here. I haven't remembered all of the guides, but yeah, definitely don't put fish in the middle of your table, folks. That's it. I have to start my game over. But it's beautiful here.
ah, it's nice to be warm again.
Oh, okay, that's stone. Cool. I really like this bed. I wish I could get that bed in the safe house. Alright, I'm gonna start Lights Out, which is one I really don't like, but I do have a mod that has altered it. We'll see if I can get the alterations to work. The one time Jari Ra is not here. Yes? Nestor.
Spare some gold for a veteran?
Noster. Anyway. What's your story, old man?
I was the finest scout in the Legion once. Tracked down all the places in the wilds that were causing people trouble.
Lost my helmet in one of the old caves. My pretty, pretty helmet. Life just got worse after that. Kept losing things. So many things.
What if I could find that helmet for you?
Oh, you could? I sure would love to have it again. Could show you some of my old scouting tricks.
I do miss that helmet.
Oh, his helmet goes to different places at different times. Okay, about 15 minutes these stores will open. Sometimes it's in Shadow Green Cave.
The Divines saved me from the streets, and they can save you from your trials as well. May the Divines guide and keep you.
Okay. I don't know if there are any quests in these places. This is Radiant Raiment, right? Yeah. I know, there's a quest from Angelica. Oh, Angeline, excuse me. Door should open in about 3 minutes, and then when I come out, maybe Jari Ra will be standing in his lurking.
Stay out of trouble, elf.
Hands off.
If you're looking for potions, you should talk to my aunt, Angeline Morard.
She's just the sweetest.
You're a traveler, correct? Have you been to Whiterun?
Actually, yes.
Wonderful. I hadn't really hoped to run into someone who'd been there. My daughter Fura was assigned to Whiterun after she joined the Imperial Army. I was hoping you might have met her. I haven't heard from her lately. I've tried talking to Captain Aldous, but he hasn't been any help.
I haven't met her, but I could try to get more information.
Oh, that's very sweet of you. Anything you can find out from Captain Aldous would be welcome news.
I'd like to make an investment in your business.
Splendid. With the extra coin, I'll be able to purchase twice the volume in supplies that I normally do. Well, I'll call upon my suppliers this very evening and arrange to double my orders. Don't forget me next time you need herbs and potions.
She's so sweet. She has that line, I hope your parents are proud of you. Oh, Angeline, you're adorable.
I hope. Parents are proud
Yeah.
of you. They have a lot of reason to be.
It's so sweet. I meet all the awful people. She's just being awesome. Okay. Seriously, no Jari Ra yet? Guy sleeps late.
Stuck up twats.
Okay.
Good business for the East Empire Company means all the more gold for the Empire.
Do you give a quest?
I don't have time for anyone too lazy or cowardly to make their own way in this world.
Sorry, my bad.
So
you
you're
okay?
You gonna block my way? Okay, cool.
I'm waiting.
How goes the training?
Their aim could be steadier.
but they're battle ready.
Even if that battle is with a dragon?
You are the Dragonborn, aren't you?
Yeah?
I'm sort of hoping you are going to fight the dragons for us. A normal man is no match for a dragon.
Captain, Angeline sent me to ask about her daughter.
Generally, posting information is need to know only.
I think Angeline needs to know.
I've been trying to find the time and place to let her know. The daughter was sent to Whiterun. The skirmishes there have been violent. The Whiterun legate, he needed to know the Stormcloak positions. He sent out a party to scout the area. They happened upon a large force. I'm told none of them made it back. Private Morag, Angela's daughter, was in that scouting party. She needs to be told. Need something? I'm waiting.
You were the one presiding over the execution.
Not my finest hour. Rogvir was a fine and honorable man.
So you think what he did was right?
No, I think he was entirely wrong. Rogvir's execution was justified and necessary. Being honorable might make you a good man, but it doesn't make you right. Be a better world if it did. Keep my men in your prayers. They'll need them if they don't shape up.
He usually asks me for a book, but I'm not seeing it.
I've got weapons forgiven and armor forget.
Solitude doesn't agree with me. Too much pomp and politics.
Last day. Good lord.
Ah, it's good to see a fresh face. You wouldn't have happened to come from Whiterun, would you?
I have some news about your daughter.
You got Aldous to tell you something. I knew you would. What did he say?
Angeline, Mrs. Morag, your daughter is dead.
I told her. I told her the Imperial army would kill her. That this was a war of Jarls and Imperial generals, and we had no part in it. She just wouldn't hear it. It was brave of you to come to me with this. I can't thank you for it, not for this. But you have done me a service.
Oh, sweetheart, I'm sorry. I'm also sorry that your hands are a different color than your arms, but I have fixed it in my other... Okay. I wonder if there's a mod to make casting silent. Because I need it. I like conjuration.
Oh, I'm sudden knees.
Sorry. I'll shut it now.
Be careful!
Wow, that is just like such a weird choice. To have someone that can't see use it. Why are there all these books if I've played this place? What was I thinking? I'm still thinking about when those guards probably took a bunch of stolen books from me. It's my only regret in this game. I should have reset. I should have reset. Think of all the books I don't have. So yeah, there are some, there's some minor quests there that I'm likely, if it's just like a collection quest, like 5 ice wraith teeth, or something like that, I'm either gonna load or buy it, or just leave it undone, mark it done. It's some of the stuff
Spare some
isn't,
gold for a veteran? Can you spare a septum? Lost an eye during the Great War, or I'd earn it myself.
I found your helmet.
Look at it. That's real Nord craftsmanship, that is. Let me show you an old trick I learned as a scout. Makes it harder for the enemy to notice you. It's best you leave me be.
I'd ask him if he was really in the army, but it just freaks him out, so I'm not gonna. Thanks for watching. Wishing you found family, creative hobbies, a hot bath after a long day, and food you love as much as Saleya loves apple pies.